Oh my god! It's a Twin Blades variant. There's a Maelstrom on the backside. Phantom's picking up more kills, finds Andrew as well as a triple. Oh, look at Tahaka. Finds the Avatar top lane 6. Great Ring of Frost connecting onto 4 members. We might have a comeback for the ages. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. Will they be able to escape? ETC does fall. What a counter attack by ReGen Red, and he's gonna barely get away with his friggin' teleport ability. Holy shit! That was really spicy. Hello and welcome to a Wednesday night Nexus Gaming Series showdown here in week 2. Tonight we got ReGen, Retro, and RewinD facing off. I'm going to be your host, as always, here on twitch.tv/MurdaRG. I am Murda. Channel's named after me, of course. It's my channel. Glad to have you guys here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hope your evening's off to a great start as well. If you're on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock already. We've been waiting for this match all day. We have one member waiting to be joining our lobby here, and then we'll be underway with game number 1. Make sure they get this set up right. Draft pick needs to be set to team 2. Oh, never mind. You got it. So yeah, ReGen Retro lost last week, 0-2. Let's check out RewinD. I didn't see... They won last week, 2-1, but who was it against? They played against Team Training Wheels and took the 2-1. Left with 2 points in that matchup. So currently ahead of ReGen Retro is RewinD in the standings. But tonight, all that can change. It's just week 2. Plenty of times for these teams to earn their points in the standings and start fighting for positioning in the late season, heading towards the playoffs. It's so early right now, still trying to find out who these teams really are going to be throughout Season 7, so hope you're here, locked in, ready to go, and ready for a good one. Looks like we're about ready to get our first draft underway. Oh, wait, I lied. We need 1 more second. Oh well, you get to hang out with me a little bit longer. Focus this camera a little better. There you go. Get this chicken in here. Boop. Yeah, the chicken and Greedo just hanging out. They're having a good time. Okay, looks like they're ready. I'll throw my R out 1 more time so they understand I am also ready. Looks like I'm set to referee this time. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Infernal Shrines for map number 1. Alright, so with Infernal Shrines being the map selection of ReGen Retro, RewinD's can be first on the clock with their ban. They're on the red side tonight. Don't have too much info on them. Of course, I have seen Ryokai play plenty of times. A few other players on this team, been around the scene, captained by Chaotic Order. Looks like Rio's getting the crown here. I think they're captain. Wait, let me be sure. Yes, okay, Chaotic Order is the captain. I wasn't crazy. Samuro gonna be banned out first. They see who's on the other side. It's Fox from ReGen Blue making the off-roster sub tonight. And a fantastic Samuro player in his own right, but not going to be able to play it here. And I can read the chat below the overlay, and Fox saying, "Damn it, Ryokai. Don't ban out my heroes." Yes, I see Mrs. Windup Bird here in chat, hanging out, multi-streaming myself and Bahamut tonight. If you want a link to see that multi-stream, I think it's on my Twitter feed somewhere. Probably find it there. Or Mrs. Windup Bird, I'm sure wouldn't mind sharing with you. Thanks for being here tonight, and thanks for watching both of us. I love Baha, such a great guy. As we see the Avatar ban and Sylvanas. Baha's just such a good dude. A lot of fun getting to see him cast matches all the time. I try to bring you as many as I can as well, so on nights like tonight when you can't choose between the two, you might as well watch them both. Final man in the top half, it's going to be a Nubarak by ReGen Retro, and that means we're ready for some hero picks, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what RewinD's got in mind to start off this draft on Infernal Shrines. Yeah, I don't really know where they want to go, so this could be absolutely anything. There's still tanks available, including Diablo, which I really love here on Infernal. Instead, they're going to go with ETC, maybe showing that they like the ETC just that much better than Diablo, and that kind of correlates with what I've seen around NGS over the first couple weeks here. Just not a lot of Diablo picks, so it's going to get transferred over to ReGen Retro as it's still available, and you really don't want to leave it there. They're going to pair it in with a Zeratul, and that's a classic combo of VP and APOC if they want to go for that. Deadly combinations, but one thing we do see is brand new tank player tonight debuting for ReGen Retro. It's Zamibar stepping in on Diablo, which means Altanian gonna move to that flex position, and so far it's being shown as a Zeratul. Here we're gonna see Tychus and Uther, and I would not be surprised if this means double support's about to come from RewinD. Of course, they'll have supporting from ETC if he completes his Globe Quest, but I haven't seen too much solo support Uther in a while. Especially with this many picks left to go for ReGen Retro, opportunity to take something like a Gul'dan or a Lunara, something with poison damage that Uther really struggles to heal up. I just can't believe that this wouldn't be a double support right here, right now, for RewinD. Let's see if ReGen Retro has the same sort of idea in mind as we see the Jaina and Ana being banned out by these teams. Back over for the 3-4 selection of ReGen Retro, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Gul'dan, see a Lunara, something with poison damage that spreads a lot of AoE that's tough to handle, and doing for support. And Blaze for the offlane. Let's see what this final pick's gonna be, or final two picks rather, for RewinD. Are they going that double support, or is Murda completely wrong? Yeah, I'm gonna say they will go double support. I'm putting my money on the line right now. Greymane Lucio. So I was right. It's gonna be Greymane comboed in there, and Lucio. Lucio fantastic against poison damage. Uther struggles against poison damage, so they got a little bit of something for everything right now, including multiple forms of killing heroes with this Greymane. They can of course have a mosh pit. They have option for Odin. Lasers maybe on Infernal Shrines because you can throw it in the pit and it can kind of cause some mayhem, but I don't know. I should start a sunglasses line. I'd buy it tonight. I'm rocking the orange for Nexus Gaming Series. These are really cheap. These are like the $2 pair you get like given to you, but they're orange, so I figured they're perfect for NGS. Final pick, Sergeant Hammer for Fox. Bet you didn't see that one coming. Now that we've seen all of our picks, as always, I gotta ask you guys in chat what you guys are thinking. Hashtag ReGen or hashtag RewinD. Let me know right now who's gonna win game number 1 here on Infernal Shrines as we're loading in. You know, I called the double support. I saw that one coming. I think, you know, if you're trying to learn anything from the stream tonight, if you're seeing Uther being selected, there is a strong chance he's not going to be a solo healer anymore. Is Lucio the one to pair it with? We'll find out. It's going to have to go up against a Sergeant Hammer who's got a lot of sustained damage, but is there enough burst here with the Zeratul with the Hammer? You know, they have the Blaze for the offlane, doesn't bring too much to the team fight outside of defensive abilities and a combustion maybe. Diablo's got to be able to land this APOC for ReGen Retro, or else I really think RewinD's going to have all the sustain and likely will be winning this game number 1. But let's see what happens as we load on in. Over here on the left-hand side, we got Fox subbing in for ReGen Retro tonight, playing the Hammer. Altanian on the Zeratul. Zamibar's playing Diablo. Deltron on Anduin. And playing the solo lane here on Infernal Shrines will be Aaron on the Blaze. Ladies and gentlemen, ReGen Retro.
Over on the right-hand side, we got their competitors tonight. Fade playing the Uther Ryokai on Tychus. Who do you think on the DJ? Doom Elite on ETC, and rounding it out playing Greymane, we got Chaotic Order, the captain. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for RewinD. Alright, checking out mid, level 1 talents, all the good things, maybe all the bad things too. Checking out Hammer. This is Ambush, that's a little different. Gonna try to play stealthy along with this Zeratul. We'll see if it pays off with Fox Multanian. But they gotta find first kills, and up against an Uther, that's not always easy to do. Of course, we can see that VP APOC come out later, but just one good W from Uther, and all the armor that comes along with it can be just enough to keep a team up through a fight like that, especially when it's just a Hammer, just the Zeratul that are throwing this damage out. Right now, it's Multanian on top of Uther, having to put out his own armor. Here comes Diablo, has the flip. Can they keep Fade here any longer? No. Uther's gonna be safe. He's retreating, and it's Diablo who ends up falling. A good turnaround there by RewinD, actually gonna get the double kill as well. Zeratul's down. Starting it off at the 1 minute mark, 2 kills is RewinD, sending Uther now over to the Impaler camp, or will they? No, he's gonna head back up into the lane. Of course, he's looking to get those auto attacks in with Hammer of the Lightbringer at level 1. Party Mix at level 1 for Lucio. I don't think we see anything else that's really out of the ordinary. Viciousness, I think, is definitely the way to go in Greymane. If you haven't been playing Greymane since Tuesday patch last week, get in there, play Greymane. His attack damage is higher. He's a lot stronger. I think it went up by 8 hit points per auto attack. But when you consider his attack speed, it's relatively quick. He can hop into Worgen form and get some pretty quick swipes there as well. I think Greymane getting that 8 damage buff is a considerable change for him that makes him much more viable in the meta right now. Especially when you see Zeratul falling out of it a bit, getting that change on the Wormhole, making his damage a bit riskier now. I think Greymane, the perfect choice to kind of fill into that spot. Of course, you're going to lose. Diablo's falling up there. You lose your VP setup without the Zeratul, but I think Greymane brings such great pieces that Zeratul can never match, including the Mercurial, and run around, grab all the camps. You see actually right there is RewinD stealing away an Impaler camp from ReGen Retro. And they're finding themselves a full level lead. We're only 2.5 in, and absolutely dominating the early portion of this map is RewinD. They're going to send that Greymane over up to the Shaman camp, as ETC's just been solo soaking this top lane all by himself all game, not really having to join the team yet. Uther acts as that pseudo tank in the rotations, pretty sturdy, has a great stun that can help heal. And along with Lucio, plenty of supporting in case they get into an disadvantageous position on the fight. Singularity Spike and miss there from Multanian, but it's ReGen Retro in the pit first, trying to get all the value they can. They're going to have to worry eventually about that Bruiser camp up top, which was grabbed. And here come RewinD up front with the Lucio right now, actually. ETC's trying to make his way in there, but pretty good oil slick there from Blaze, slowing down their advance. Finally, though, jumping in, Dark Lighting in. Greymane finding the kill along with Uther and crew. 4th kill of the game, and almost level 7 now for RewinD. They should be able to get that level 7 right here on the bottom wave next to their butts. They're also going to grab themselves the first Punisher of the game, as Blaze is being sent up top to clear out this Bruiser camp. We'll keep our eyes down here on the bottom and watch as RewinD finishes up these skeletal defenders. Just 3 remaining. And there we go. Before the 4-minute mark, we got level 7 and a Punisher bottom lane right now for RewinD. Blaze soaking top, Zeratul soaking mid, so it's just Diablo, Sergeant, Hammer, and Anduin in defense of this Punisher, at least over the wall. This is frozen, so I'm going to shut down some structures. No shots coming out against RewinD right now, and Hammer's trying to wail away. Not in siege form yet, trying to stay mobile for the time being, as you see pushing forward with that Lucio speed. Here comes RewinD. They're finding some damage on Zeratul. Volcanion able to blink away. He's going to be fine. And Punisher will be eliminated in front of the keep wall. Oh no. Oh no. Greymane falling to the fort. They do get it down, but here comes Retro. They're trying to get a kill on to Fade. Oh, but the jet propulsion's gonna miss. Uther able to keep walking away. Zeratul trying to hearth. Now getting pulled by Anduin. Good force of will there. Is that right? Is it called? Wait. Leap of Faith. Force of Will's Medivh. Leap of Faith. Okay, I'll get that one. Zeratul makes it back. He's okay. Blaze getting back to double soaking duties as RewinD trying to further extend this lead. 4-1's the kill count, but it's a full level lead still after that force down. And they're content leaving that ETC split out. This double support's been working. Here's Chaotic Order just jumping in. Complete disregard for anything ReGen Retro is going to be able to do to him. And you see him walking away. He still has health on his health bar. He's going to be just fine with Lucio and Uther throwing out the heals. Now there's some camps on the map. RewinD on there. Maybe Diablo looking for the fight before level 10. Exactly what he's doing. Here they come on in. Diablo taking a chunk of that minigun of Tychus. Gonna have to walk right back on out. Altanian as well. Zeratul very low as Lucio's in chase. One more Q and he's two down. There goes Zeratul. Diablo in the mid lane escaping. He'll be okay. But it's Sergeant Hammer without a fort. She's gonna fall. Deltron now on Anduin. He's down. Another triple kill here for RewinD, just adding into the kill count. 7-1. Level 10s have been achieved. We see Odin already selected. Barrier from Lucio. Stage dive from ETC. Still waiting to see from Greymane and Uther, but wouldn't be surprised if it's the D-Shield just to get Greymane in a bit deeper in these fights. But Divine Storm would be okay as well. And then if it's not Cursed Bullet, I'd be surprised from Greymane. Yep, there we go. Cursed Bullet recently buffed up to 40% of hero damage. Definitely a good pick against a Diablo and a Blaze, who both have plenty of health. Speaking of Blaze, he's up top right now against ETC, taking a chunk of damage, popping the Pyromania as well, we see. Looks like he'll be okay. Back at mid, Jade gets flipped over by Diablo there, but able to walk back on his own 2 feet. Now with a bunch of Impalers, 6 in fact, throwing away at this point. Without level 10, ReGen Retro can't do anything except look on scared. Here we go, shrine number 2 about to be activated. RewinD's making their rotations. They do have a bruiser camp available. ReGen Retro has a bruiser camp available. Taika is still all the way down on the bottom, soaking up one more wave. Ryokai gonna make his move now. RewinD is taking a look at that bruiser camp on the other side of the map. ReGen Retro, the same thought mind. Which announcer is that? It is a Korean sound pack, so I think it's just like the basic one. I could be wrong. Yeah, it should just be like the basic one in the Korean sound pack. Level 10s are here. VP. You got the big BFG, Bunker, Lightning Breath. Not getting the APOD. I'm surprised for that. And then final one, we see Light Bomb from Anduin. Here come ReGen Retro on even talents. Looking for a fight now if they can get it. Altanian has that VP, but not going to be able to use it. Power Slide too good. Light Bomb from inside the bunker is Blaze, popping out right to his death. Now Diablo body blocked by the bunker. Leap of Faith gonna save Sergeant Hammer, but Zamibars, after being power slid and minigun, see us later. Diablo falling for the 4th time. The new player here for ReGen Retro, Zamibars. Now it's 10-1 in favor of RewinD. They're on top of another fort. They have the Shaman camp here as well to help them. That is easily going to be the 3rd outer structure destroyed by RewinD, and we're less than 10 minutes in. They're about to grab their second Punisher and be walking onto a keep wall. This could be a really quick one now on Infernal Shrines, as ReGen Retro struggling to find their way here on Infernal Shrines. Maybe now looking for Zeratul. He has that VP if he still wants to use it. Singularity Spike on top of Greymane. He's trying to get in there deep. There's the VP. Hits Uther as well. Barrier's going to come out right after. Wisely done by who do you think? Knowing that that barrier cast will still go after the VP ends means negative damage coming out from ReGen Retro on that kill attempt. Solidly done by this double support. That means full strength, full health Punisher. Getting ready to go in this top lane. It's arcane style. And they're going to send all 5 heroes up a talent tier with the wall down on the top lane. This is likely going to be a keep. Odin available as well for Tychus. Wouldn't be surprised if you see him early. You don't even need to use anything yet. There's a leap. It's on to just a Blaze. Aaron has bunker, he hops in. Volcanion in there deep, he's gonna fall. Can't stay alive is ReGen Retro, and there's the D-Shield on Greymane trying to get some more kills. They probably don't need him as his Punisher helping them kill this keep. And with 20 seconds until Blaze is back up, they can look to end it right here. They still have their Odin, and they still have 50% health in this Punisher. Cursed Bullet as it leaps onto Diablo. What a combination. Perfectly synced his rewind. And with the Punisher locked onto the mid keep, looks like they might just try to get that down before they escape. No, they're going to play it safer without their level 16 talents. They have a 3-level lead, though. Really not having to take too many risks from this point on. They just got to play standard. They just got to worry about keeping the XP lead that they have intact. They're going to do that by grabbing away ReGen Retro's Impaler camp. Rotate over to their own. Start to threaten them down with more Merc pressure. Greymane being sent to this bottom camp. Actually, maybe gonna leash it? No, gonna stick on it, but there's a fight. Here comes Chaotic Water out from the bottom. VP's dropped. Blaze with the jet propulsion gonna lock in Lucio, but not enough there to get the kill. Volcanion has to run away as well. Bunker's dropped, only Blaze inside as Anduin falls. Diablo now being surrounded. DTC in chasing on the top side. Hammer trying to get away with Blaze. There's some oil. Great job by Aaron, barely getting out, but Sammy Bar's too low to be fighting against Greymane on this bottom side. Blaze now surrounded, stunned by Uther. Another kill for RewinD. Now 15 in the game as 6 more Impalers are knocking on the mid keep's gate with the catapult, with the full team as well. And that thing's already sitting at 60%. Very likely going to be the second keep of the game right here. These level 16 talents, I'm going to show them on your screen right now. There's Alpha Killer for Greymane. Going to help add in more percentage damage up against this Diablo, up against this Blaze. 2 keeps down, and RewinD still staying in here, not afraid. And maybe trying to end it right now. Catapult top lane, Catapult in the mid lane as well. They're pushing in. With the Tychus, doesn't have the Odin right now. 34 seconds as Doom Elite finding a great power slide once again. Diablo falls. That's number 6 in the game for Diablo, falling all the time. That's going to be game number 1. RewinD taking it. 12 minutes and 31 seconds on Infernal Shrines. Hello, and welcome to the match summary brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. Sergeant Hammer, maybe a risky pick. Didn't quite pay off there without the damage necessary to fight through a double support. I just gotta believe ReGen Retro didn't sense that coming, which I'm completely shocked. But nonetheless, it was very well played by RewinD, and outside of that one death to Greymane, that wasn't even by ReGen Retro. I think he died to just the fort. Would have been a perfect game for RewinD in game number 1. Here's the talent screen before we take a short break. As we set up game number 2, I want to say once again, thank you for being here tonight. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you're followed on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, do the same. If you want to subscribe or throw bits, always appreciate it as well. Thanks for being here tonight. We're going to take a 4-minute break and be back with more Heroes of the Storm.
welcome back to twitch.tv/murderrg. Thanks for being here. I'm in the lobby. These guys were really fast. They've been waiting on me just to get that timer through. But I'm ready to go. Told them I'm ready. I'm gonna see if they're ready as well. I know ReWind threw out an R during my break. We're not quite in the action yet. See if Retro is ready to go. But yeah, we just saw game number 1. Let's talk about that for a second. Infernal Shrines and a complete domination by ReWind. Only losing one hero to a fort. Otherwise, fantastically done by ReWind. Here we go. Game number 2. It's going to be Volskaya Foundry. After we saw, I forgot to mention these earlier. The bans tonight, the map bans from ReGen Retro were Alterac Pass and Battlefield of Eternity. ReWind banned out Cursed Hollow and Sky Temple. And that's why we had Infernal Shrines and now Volskaya Foundry as our map picks. I believe this is the map selection of ReWind, so first to pick will be ReGen Retro here on the blue side. Game 1 banned out Sylvanas, a Ryokai special. Anubrak was the second ban. On the other side, we saw Samuro Abther taken away by ReWind. Wouldn't be surprised if those picks for ReWind stick the same. Maybe a slight alteration now by ReGen Retro here. Maybe something else in that first game was giving them issues. Long time to decide. They're going to use most of it and take away their own hero they played in game number 1, Zeratul. Once again, we're seeing Samuro banned out. Fox, sorry, man. You're not going to get to play him tonight. No Monkey King skin, no nothing. Back over to Retro. I don't think they want to take away, like, an ETC. Probably not a great... Like, there's really nothing too non-vanilla in that first game by ReWind. Just really solid play with some classic heroes. Anubrak will continue to be the ban for ReGen Retro, and I think they're thinking the same thing. Just like, what do you even ban out from that last comp? You just got to figure out a way to deal with double support. Maybe that means bringing a bit more damage or a double support of their own here to game number 2. Sylvanas. Taken away by ReWind. Interesting. Did they think that Retro would take the Sylvanas, perhaps? That's my guess. Retro's just gonna lock in the Ana. I don't hate this. Saw her banned in game 1. Might as well hop on her early. Pretty strong. Pretty good at shutting down double support as well with a grenade. Now here comes ReWind, making their thoughts happen and putting them to the table, so to speak. 5 seconds left for their 1-2 picks. Saw them take ETC Tychus last game. This time it's Chen, and they want that Lucio again for Who Do You Think? And that was really good Lucio play. There was at least one VP where you saw him start channeling that barrier. While it's channeling, intentionally walked into the VP, so immediately out of it, the barrier connects on the heroes. It's just like 200 IQ. I hope someone was able to clip it. Johanna and Uther, so yeah, they're gonna take a page out of ReWind's book and say, if you want to play double support, okay, we'll play double support. Johanna and Uther. Final ban for ReWind, 10 seconds left. Already have a Chen and a Lucio. Probably still want a main tank, and maybe they want to go back to their double support. Jaina is going to be banned out, and now I'm wondering if Retro wants to ban out a support. Maybe take away like the Deckard Cain, who can get an Emerald and shut down some healing. I don't know what else really they'd be worried about. They have really good foundation here with what they want to do.
Whether or not the double support is going to work for them, that's another story. But they're going for it. And here's the final ban. It's going to be a support. It's going to be Stukov. So I hope you guys have a chance to listen to Nexus Now, my podcast that I host with Ghost Dunk and Jackster. I kind of briefly, very briefly, passed over at the end and said maybe by the next episode we're going to be talking about double support being back. And, you know, when you see it happen like it did in game number 1, and now you see ReGen Retro trying to play a little copy style, I think it is slowly becoming a thing. So be ready and bring your pitchforks to the BlizzDev AMA tomorrow on Reddit. Resulgin and Thrall selected by RewinD. We're waiting on 2 more picks here from ReGen Retro. They want the gray main for Altanian. Hey, the Lost Vikings picked up. So they're, again, sacrificing some damage, but if Fox can play these Vikings well, maybe that'll help them keep up in XP at least here. This is my first Vikings game of the season. Very excited to see this happen for Fox. Final pick now for RewinD. Waiting to select something for Fade, who was on that Uther in game number 1. This time it's going to be Arthas, main tank play for Fade. What do you guys think? Let me know in chat. Hashtag ReGen or hashtag RewinD. Vote now or forever hold your peace. Who are you rooting for here in game number 2? Who do you think's going to win? Let me know. Shout it out if you're on YouTube. Throw your vote in the comment section. Make sure you hit that like button as well. And make sure you come back next time. Tomorrow night will actually be over on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series at 10 o'clock. We have Soak Every Lane versus Uncomfortably Numb. I really hope I got that right, or else I'm going to feel bad. I'm fairly certain that's the matchup. But you know what? I'm going to double check it, because Murda's usually wrong. Was I right this time? Soak Every Lane versus Uncomfortably Numb. Hey, and I even got the time right, 10 o'clock. No fake news today. Just the real deal. Game number 2 about to start. And here we are on Volskaya Foundry. Let's introduce the team on the left-hand side first. We got Altanian on Greymane, Deltron playing the Ana, Aaron on Uther, Zamibar is playing Johanna, we got Fox on Balog, Fox on Olaf, and Fox on Eric. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you ReGen Retro.
New follower detected.
Over on the right-hand side, we got their competitors and Game 1 winners. Dumalite on Chen, Fade playing Arthas, Chaotic Order on the Zul'jin. Who do you think on the Lucio? And Ryokai playing the Thrall. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for RewinD. I want to say thank you for that follow, Masama in the house. Appreciate it. A player here for ReGen Retro. Not sure why he's not in tonight. Instead going with the sub Fox. Perhaps out of town is Masama. I'm just not aware. Level 1 counts up on the screen. This is Bone Slicer from Zul'jin. This is okay. I don't see Bone Slicer Zul'jins often. This is a new one for me. Chen going with freshest ingredients. I think this is probably the best one to select for Chen. Especially if you're going to be used in a lot of team fights, I think can help. He's going to get sustained around these lanes because of where the positioning of these are, except maybe down on C. It's kind of hard to get globes there. So far we're seeing just the Vikings triple soaking. The rest of ReGen Retro trying to stay stacked up as Uther rejoining his team here at mid. It's Fade taking a lot of damage on that Arthas, but able to kite it away. He'll be okay for now, getting supported up by Lucio. A solo support Uthio. Uthio. I call him Uthio. Lucio in this game. Uthio would have been a great name for that combination of supports in game 1, though. I may have to use that next time. First camp of the game will belong to ReGen Retro, and on the other side, barely in time before Johanna gets in there. Taking it is Lucio and Zul'jin. Retro gonna get back to soaking these lanes up. Still Baylog up top, up against a solo Thrall. Eric down bottom against a solo Chen. Retro just trying to slam into this mid-court wall. Here comes Thrall from the top lane trying to finish off Johanna. And that's first blood of the game as level 4s just come online for RewinD. They might be able to find more here as they did drop a turret. A good supporting coming out, keeping the rest of these heroes alive at least. That's going to be it for the skirmish. Chen back to his lane, Thrall back to his lane up top. Shout out Butte Holiday in chat says, good luck Retro, #1. So far, RewinD showing up, showing like they're #1 in this match. As they're jumping on their siege camp before control point A is active in 30 seconds. Zul'jin and Lucio on the combo here. Johanna checking out the support camp. Starting it up with the squad. Here comes Greymane. Anna's here as well. Uther trying to keep everyone else back. Arthur's trying to walk in, already down to about 50% health as well as Zul'jin. He's below 50%. Chen, he's leaping in too. As the camp's taken and picked up by ReGen Retro. Can they get the item? Yes, they can. It's on Greymane. And it's actually Uther who's going to fall. Johanna trying to get out. I don't think has Iron Skin. Now rooted in by Arthur. Samibar still trying to retreat and does get away. It's just the Uther falling, but he was able to give a little bit of healing on his way out. Keeps Johanna alive. She uses a well tap as control point A is active. Fade standing on the point by himself for now. Malik gonna walk on in as well. Until Uther gets here, ReGen Retro gonna play a bit scared for the time being. Of course, they still have their Vikings soaking top and bottom. Chen's gonna respond to Eric in the bot lane. Baylog's worrying about the top lane push with that Bruiser camp as Olaf falls at mid. Sorry we missed that one. Mystic Gaming says, what up, Murda? Good luck both teams, and indeed, good luck both teams. It's really been no luck needed so far for RewinD. Maybe ReGen Retro will accept the extra bit of luck on their side, if you're willing to take it, you know. Sleep Dart's gonna miss from Deltron there. Johanna, however, holding it up front. Throws out that shield carrier just to see where everyone else is at. Now walking in with the 3-man condemn. Surrounded with the Iron Skin, but it doesn't matter if you have Iron Skin or not. If you can't walk with your body block, you're gonna fall. Johanna's down yet again as this Protector is secured by RewinD. Let's see where they want to go with this. So far, they're looking at mid. Gonna clear up a minion wave at the least. Laser beam on the wall. Okay, yeah, they want this wall. I thought maybe they're gonna walk it all the way to the top. They're gonna get at least one turret and walk to the top. Baylog's out. Here comes Lucio booping him back, and it makes the Protector miss on the Q. Fox is gonna shoot Baylog right on out of there, and this Protector doesn't seem to mind too much. Ready to get ripping and rolling onto this well in the top lane. Here comes Johanna trying to assault the backline. Zul'jin's there, very deep, and leaping in's Greymane. Perfectly done by Altanian, the captain, finding that low health Zul'jin in the perfect spot. That means the well in the top lane will live, and ReGen Retro have themselves an XP lead here in game number 2. Support camp 33 seconds until it respawns. Still down bottom. Eric and Chen. Just returning from base is Zul'jin, but he's a little bit far away right now if anything happens over the next couple of seconds. Very close to level 10 is ReGen Retro, and I'm wondering if maybe, just maybe, RewinD wants a fight before those level 10s are here. Not enough time. They're just going to leave the Zul'jin on the camp. Play it slow, wait for their own level 10s. ReGen Retro looking like they might want to go for the support camp while they have a little bit of time. Maybe find this Thrall. They need that flesh shield. Oh, didn't quite have it locked in. Johanna still not selecting her 10, even only had it for a few seconds. There's still a few heroes who haven't chosen them yet. Finally, we see the flesh shield coming out. It's Divine Shield as well. Double shields, baby. Go for the throat for Greymane. Play again for the Vikings. And of course, you just saw the Eye of Horus there out of Anna. As level 10s are now picked up by RewinD. They're pushing in. The Biotic Emitter has to be thrown down by Altanian as ReGen Retro trying to make the retreat with that Blessed Shield. Still pushing in with a barrier is going to be RewinD, and the D-Shield has to go on Uther himself as Samibar's falls. Baylog low, he's going to fall. Fade still pressing in with the rest of his team right at his backside. Can Zul'jin get any more? Yes, he can. Ana falls as well. A triple kill. And now Uther surrounded will make it 4. ReMain's gonna avoid the root, but not avoiding destruction as this fort top lane will be destroyed in favor of RewinD. Before control point B is here, so that's gonna play as a huge advantage now for RewinD, and they're gonna extend that advantage further as they're moved on back to this support camp. It's free. They're gonna secure some more XP, and quite possibly the strongest item in the game there with that biotic emitter. ReGen Retro finding the camp, but a triple root by Thrall. Ryokai pushing him with all those Qs. Echo's complete, so you know he's got 2 of them. And that's a double kill. Play again is going to have to be played by the Vikings just to get this XP soak started back up. But a little bit of a push in the bottom lane, perhaps here by Chen and Co. No, they're going to give it up and instead rotate up to the top lane. They got to protect their wall. They don't want to give up their well. Right before control point B, they do find Johanna in this bush, still holding on to the biotic emitter. They can drop it if they need it in this fight. T-Shield comes out early onto Johanna. And this is just going to have to be a full retreat now for ReGen Retro. Aya Forest going to get those health bars back up, but it's almost level 13 here for RewinD. Just another second or 2, and they'll be at that mark. ReGen Retro a bit longer for themselves to be at that mark. So they're going to wait for the Vikings to soak a bit more in the bot lane, pick up a few bits of XP at mid, and actually go ahead and invade an enemy fortification camp here on the bottom side of the map. The rotation is seen, so here comes Chen, here comes Lucio, Arthas as well, Thrall and Zul'jin not too far behind them, and this fight's gonna happen. Turrets are being dropped by ReGen Retro. Chen taking a lot of damage. There's a barrier in the biotic emitter, and their turnaround's happening. Uther's down. Voltanian trying to escape, getting rooted in by Arthas. ReMain's gonna fall. A double kill so far, as now Zamibar's the hero that's being focused down next. Johanna's down. Deltron maybe trying to get out, but with Lucio being as quick as he is, the DJ says not today. They pick up the quad kill and a couple of Vikings as well. Well done once again. Now adding to their kill count, it's 11-1 in favor of RewinD. Walking back onto the point is Chen, and seemingly in complete control once again heading into the late game is RewinD, pressing on to the mid fort, extending this XP lead, sending some catapults down. They're about to have their second protector. Oh, this is not looking good for ReGen Retro. There are a couple camps available right now. Johanna nearby that turret camp down bottom, but Retro deciding they don't want to play for it. Support camp in 5 seconds, maybe the more important play. I see some ping showing up here. Retro's going to go for it. 87% on the channel. Chen's going to stay there for now. Retro's going to give it up. They maybe wanted to find that fight before level 16s were locked in. They didn't get it the way they wanted it to happen. So they're going to back up, try to make it a fence against this protector. We'll see where Thrall and Arthas want to walk it. So far, representing as though they want to go for this keep. That's exactly where they're going. Fox on the front side, Baylog down quickly. Laser beam on the wall, and the 10-minute mark, these protectors start doing a bit more damage. You can see already getting through one of those turrets. Catapult showing up here as well. Zul'jin, 50% health. He's doing a considerable amount with his auto attacks. Also throwing out the twin cleaves. Didn't go into that build though, but they can also help rip through some of these minions and the fort wall. That's going to be it. Protector takes a bit too much damage. Keep will be protected. Maybe they pick off Olaf, who's holding onto a turret. Ooh, play again. Wow. Barely sneaking out as Olaf. Well done. Did have to use the cooldown. 80-second cooldown, but better than losing the turret, I suppose. bottom well down just as the protector expires. Now staying in here is RewinD. They have a Chen. Can help soak up a few of these shots. Minions now going to join up. With the level 16 lead, I'm surprised ReGen Retro wants to be anywhere near that board. T-Shield once again has to be used on Uther as Zamibar surrounded, uses that Iron Skin, walking away. There's the barrier, and now Uther surrounded. He's going to fall yet again, 12 to 1, making the double kill as Johanna's going to fall to that Sunder. With a bit of a power play, they probably want to try to get this keep down, but a little low on health is Arthas. As well as the Zul'jin just trying to heal himself up. Actually dropping from the game. We'll see if we get a pause here. Looks like they're calling for the pause. And there it is. Okay. Got the pause. Hello. How are you guys? 13 to 1. Currently a 1 level differential between these squads, with RewinD in the lead. Chaotic Order is back. Got it. We're going back in. All right. 3, 2, 1. Another pause. Okay. Guess we wait. Today? Tomorrow? Maybe. It's almost tomorrow. Just an hour and 10 minutes for me. Let me see what's going on here. Okay, well, we don't know. All right, there we go. Asking for 1 second. Okay. Let's review some of these talents, see if anything. Lucio still waiting to land that perfect subwoofer quest. Got to hit 3 with his Q. Yet to do that. Johanna was able to complete her subdue, hit 4 or more heroes at the same time with punish. That's been completed, so a lot of extra slowing. Zul'jin sitting at 39 stacks on Yuan Axe, and that's going to start doing a lot more damage. Looks like everyone's ready. I'm going to count them in. 2, 1, and we're back in the game yet again. RewinD down the camp, going to get themselves the emitter once again. Maybe rotating now on Balog. Fox without a fort. Gonna run up and say, hey, you can chase me down, waste your time, that's fine. And they're gonna give him up. Instead, rotating down to the turret, getting more items for themselves. Control point C next, of course. Control point conveyor belt is what we know it as. And that X factor of the conveyor belts can make a difference in a fight. We are on even talent, so any sort of fight that happens could be good for either side. Here we see one breaking out as Chen and Zul'jin taking the first bits of damage. 4-man condemned. There's the flesh shield as well. Ayaporis has been used by Ana from the bottom side of this map. Here's the play again by the Vikings. They're trying to bring everything in, including these turrets, which have that Merc Lord applied to them, but it's not enough. Balog falls. Now Olaf and Eric fall as well. A triple kill on the Vikings, still pushing in. Maybe can get this Johanna who's caught out. Greymane as well trying to escape with just a little bit of health. Ana's stuck in there somehow. She's down. Greymane's gonna get away, excuse me. Uther, not the same fortune. And then up top, it's Johanna barely escaping. What is that, a 5 for nothing if you count the Vikings? Favor of RewinD. Once again, 16 to 1's the kill count, 5 for Thrall. absolutely dominant play once again, and it's just a lone death from the captain in chaotic order being the difference. Perfect game, just as we saw in game 1. Go for the throat, go for the death, go for the feed. I don't know what that was, Ult. Trying to 5v1. Maybe just trying to end this one early. There goes the keep. It's down like butter. And RewinD seemingly looking to end it here. 35 seconds till Greymane's back on the map. They're pushing in onto their core. Not even worried about control point C. They're jumping on this Johanna's. Amibar's low, 40% health, gonna back out. Uther's respawned on us here as well, but Chen's hopping on as Zul'jin topping off, throwing all the axes. He completed his Yuan axe quest. They're gonna find the kill there onto Olaf. Kaz Dingo's being used, keeping Zul'jin alive, still going 40%, 30%, 20%, and that's gonna be GG domination in favor of RewinD. Welcome back to the match summary, brought to you by Nexus Gaming Series. We had a quick one tonight after it was a really long match last night. It's kind of nice getting a shorter one on my third night in a row casting here in week 2. Game number 2 in the domination taken there by RewinD, looking really good. Only, again, losing one hero in each of those maps. Completely dominant play by RewinD. Here's a talent screen, as I'm going to try to reach out and get an interview started for us. Let me see if I can reach Chaotic Order. Chaotic Order. Here you are. Interview. Lobby 1. Apparently that was the last thing I sent him back in April. I got to interview him. But we'll hang out here for a second, see who's going to come. Maybe he wants to send someone else. Looks like he's on his way. Hey, all right. So we got joining us here the captain for RewinD. We got Chaotic Order. How's it going?
I would say pretty good, but I died both games, and my team just blamed me for the entire course of both games. So I don't know. Aside from that,
so wait. Before we move on, what happened in game 1? You were just tanking the fort?
Oh, okay. So game 1, I was like, all right, let's just focus on getting the fort, and we had double support, right? So I trusted the rest of my team to keep me alive, and they didn't even try to keep me alive because apparently they don't believe in the chaotic perfect KDA.
Well, I blame the double support then.
Exactly.
Let's talk about double support. So game 1 with your third pick, I saw the Uther come out, and I was like, that's an early Uther pick. It would be really easy to counter damage out an Uther with something like a Lunara or a Gul'dan, which were both still available. So I was like, this has to 100% be double support. Seemed as though ReGen Retro didn't see that. But obviously game plan the whole time from you guys. How do you feel about double support right now, and is it something that's really going to be back in the meta soon?
I mean, we've always felt like it's strong. Even in like scrims and whatnot, like we play double support and we're happy playing it. We do think that in that case, like Uther would have been a good support if they had gone for the Wombo style comp. Like they had Zeratul Diablo first pick, I think. So we were like, okay, we just need burst mitigation and we're fine. So that's why we picked Uther so early. And we figured if like they don't go for the full on, if they do go for a full on Wombo, then we'll just pick a second support. Otherwise, like we have enough space in the rest of the draft to counter it if necessary. But we don't. Like, we do feel like Uther's solo support can work, but of course we're willing to go for double support if, like, the opportunity arises, I guess.
Absolutely. Well, it definitely worked. I forget the exact kill count in game 1, but it was very similar to game number 2. Once again, we see you were the lone death in game number 2, but...
Okay, no need to
just so much synergy tonight from your squad, and you can tell it looks like you guys are really in good form, and it's only week 2. How are you feeling as a team overall? Do you feel like you're really in stride, or is there still even more steps to take from here?
I think there's still, I mean, quite a ways to go. Obviously, like, we're doing great so far, and, like, I couldn't be prouder of my team so far, but I do think that there's, like, still steps and, like, bounds to achieve even past years, so I'm excited to see where we'll be at by the end of the season.
So last week, I read you guys dropped a match to
Hold on, I had it here. Team Training Wheel. Or no, you won the match. Sorry, you dropped one map, is what I meant to say.
Yes, that's correct.
You won 2-1 against Team Training Wheels tonight. 2-0 against ReGen Retro. So you're looking pretty good in the division. You're sitting towards the top. But let me ask you, have you had a chance to look around and see, like, who are your competitors going to be? Who are you looking out for, and, like, who are you kind of worried about who's sitting up there with you right now?
Sure. So we think that Team Training Wheels is a pretty good team, and I think it was pretty evident in the fact that like we weren't able to get a 2-0 versus them. So we think that they'll be pretty far up there as well. Let's see. Aside from that, we're personally looking at Gilly Shark, or at least I am, because last season we were in B East with Gilly Shark, and they beat us to become the B East champions, and we sort of want revenge for that. But that's just Fate and I, because everybody else is new, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, Gilly Shark already 2 matches, 6 points in the standings, 2 dominations already for Gilly Shark. They're looking good, like you said. I haven't had a chance to cast them yet, but of course, I can't wait to find them later on in the season. Maybe I'll try to get a little RewinD versus Gilly Shark action.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that match as well.
So tonight, it's the domination. You add in 3 points. You're now sitting with 5 in the standings, just 1 point behind Gilly Shark, and looking really good, as I said. And, you know, once again, I want to say congratulations to you and the team.
Thanks so much. Means a lot.
Before I let you go, though, I want to give you an opportunity for some shout-outs if you have any. Chaotic Order, the floor is yours.
I would usually shout out my team here, but after, what was that, an hour straight of flaming? I don't know. Kind of salty now, I'll be honest. No, in seriousness, like, shout out to the rest of my team. They played great, as always. Shout out to enemy team as well. I know there were, like, some roster mishaps, so I'm glad we were able to work through that. And then thank you so much for casting it. Can't wait to look through the VODs.
Pleasure. Can't wait for you to watch it as well.
Thanks so much.
All right. Best of luck next week and throughout the season.
Thanks. Later.
All right, Twitch chat. That was a quick one tonight. We get through in an hour. Last night, it took almost 3 hours. So, fantastically done tonight by RewinD. They take the 2-0 victory. I do want to encourage you guys, if you're watching over on YouTube, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm looking for subscribers on YouTube. If you're still in Twitch right now live, click that link from Nightbot. Help me out. It's the #1 way you can say thank you. It won't cost you a dime, I promise. Tomorrow night, you can catch the action over on twitch.tv/Nexus Gaming Series, where I'll be hosting the Thursday night showdown with Ghost Dunk. We have Soak Every Lane versus Uncomfortably Numb at 10 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you're there to check that out. Follow me live on Twitch. Follow my tweets over on Twitter @MurdaRG. And I think that's it. That's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you for being here tonight. You guys are fantastic as always. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow night for the Thursday night showdown. Until then, I will see you in the Nexus.